streets moving like, moving like, moving like, moving like, moving like, moving like, MVP. Moving like, I'm out here in these streets moving like, moving like, moving like, moving like, moving like, moving like MVP. Moving like, I'm out here in these streets moving like. I'm out here in these streets moving like.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Week 7 of Leviathos Esports, the very first season. We are currently 6 weeks in. We have 4 weeks to go. We have our first match of the night, or of the day, between the Fangs and the Abyss. Both teams currently sitting 3-3 in a very tight standings list, which we will get to shortly. And to check the standings, the Tempest currently are still 6-0, undefeated. Followed by that, 4 teams are 3-3. The Fangs, the Abyss, the Tide, and the Waves, all sitting at 3-3. Due to goal differential, the Waves are currently the odd ones out and are currently out of a playoff spot. Taking the rear are the Surge, sitting at 1-6. Check the stats. With the addition of his row from last week, he has jumped himself into 3rd place over myself. So Greenspeed, Sinks, and his row are currently the top 3 players, average score-wise. And to briefly go through the match tonight, we will be having a 2v2, which will be between Greenspeed and Fire against Nate and Hi for the Abyss. Paul, unfortunately, cannot make it tonight due to personal reasons, and Infinite had an emergency, so unfortunately she is not able to make it as well. So we will be having our first match of the week be a 2v2, and a very important one because 2 3-3 teams are about to go at it, and the winner is going to be currently 2nd place in the league. That is everything. In terms of the future of the league, I'm currently not going to accept any more registrations from the form I've been sending out the last couple of weeks because I'm currently in the works of making a Season 2 and I want it to look a little bit differently. This week I'm planning to talk through all the current players about it and work out a decision based on that. So for now, there will not be a registration form to sign up with. But hopefully in the next couple weeks or so, I'll be able to get a new one out, and I will be able to talk about what's going on in the future weeks. That's everything I got. So we are going to get this match started. I'm going to make sure all the players are all set, and we're going to get going. Be back shortly.
I'm stuck inside of these walls within. I don't recognize who I've turned into. I'm losing hope and getting myself back. Everything around me is starting to turn black. Don't tell me you're hurting, can't tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how it's all my fault. Yeah, I've met my match again, starting from scratch again. Where is the pleasure in all this pain?
All right. We should be good to go for the first game of Week 7. The 3-3 Fangs taking on the 3-3 Abyss. Winner takes second place. Loser falls out of a playoff spot. Kickoff won by the Abyss. Nate takes the shot that goes to the left corner. Here's Fire. Up the left corner. Hops it straight up. Green's going to try to follow. High, the pass mid. Open net at the moment. Green is there to recover and make the clear. Green off the ceiling. Going for a double. Just high to beat. High makes a great save. Booms it over Firehill. No one back for the Fangs currently. High taps it in for the first goal of the game. 1-0 Abyss. The Fangs, especially Greenspeed, have looked real hot the last few weeks. So someone's got to try to put a stop to this, and the Abyss are going to try to do that tonight. Kickoff won by the Fangs. Here's Nate. Trying to carry around one. Does so. Gets the flick around the other. What a shot by Nate. 2-0 Abyss in the first 31 seconds. Cuts around Greenspeed and flicks it over Firehill. Unbelievable play by Nate. 4:29 left in game 1. Kickoff one. Here's Fire. Trying to take it up the left wall. High. Plays it to the corner. Pass mid. Is Nate there? Green is able to get a touch and Fire clears. Fangs currently have numbers. Abyss take it up the left corner. Nate pops it up. Trying to pass mid. Can't get it past High. Green pops up. What can Green do in the air? He's so dangerous. What a block by High. Fire pinches it down mid. Great pass by Fire, but Nate's there to clean it up. Nate with no boost just gets a soft touch. Fire hits it to the Abyss's corner. Nate trying to take his time. Doesn't have a lot of boost. Flicks it over one. Green pops it mid. High can't get the touch. Nate can't either. And Greenspeed with the tap in for the first goal for the Fangs. 2-1. No one could make a read on that ball, and Greenspeed just waited for it to drop down and an easy tap in for his first goal of the game. 3:45. Fangs win kickoff. Green is up again. Hits it off the wall, pinches it mid. Fire's not there. It's going to be a clear, but Firehill gets a demo on Nate. High is the last one back, no boost. Plays up the right wall. Fire gets a 50. Nate has some time. 50's Green. Fire is able to clear momentarily. High's going to cut this off with the booming shot that gets past Greenspeed. And High gets the second goal of the game. 3:18 left. Fire just tried to clear it and just didn't get enough power. And that just leads to High with an easy tap, and he just booms it past Greenspeed. 3:18 left. 51 by the Abyss. Fire gonna take his time on the corner. Just gonna play a soft catch. Nate gets a bump on Greenspeed, so Fire just forced to boom it down the field where High's waiting. Fire tries to pass mid. Nate gets credit with the save. Nate Pops over Fire. Just Green back. Gets the 50 around Green. And steals the boost. Good pressure from the Abyss. Nate just can't pass it, but does get a bump on Fire. Green pinches it out. Green tries to get past Hi. Good block by Hi. That's still a pass mid. Fire just can't get there in time. Didn't have the boost. Nate tries to get a shot on net. Green recovers nicely. Nate gets a shot. It's off the right wall. Hi gets past Fire. Green 50s Hi. Green gets a double, pops it up. Here's Fire. Off the ceiling, a great passing play by the Fangs. Can they execute? No. Hi gets the clear. Fire can't get a clean catch, so Green scrambles back. Hi waiting on Nate. Can't get the pass across. Good read by Green. Green with the fake. Open net for Fireheel. Can he place it off the post? We have 2 minutes left in game one. The Abyss are up 3-1. Nate credit with the save. Fire tries to get a pass mid to Green. Green can't get the shot on. Hi hits it off the wall. Awkward bounce for Hi who has no boost. Fire tries to get a shot. Another save from Nate. His third. Here's Green. Tries to hit off the wall. Hi's there to read, but Fire places it top right corner, and we have a 1-goal game. The minute 35 left. Great pass by Green. They were expecting a shot from him, but he smartly plays a pass off the wall and have both Abyss players jumping. Fangs win kickoff. Green can't steal the boost. Just keeps it in the corner. Nate tries to pop it around him. Not able to do so. Fire with a semi-reset. He places it bottom left corner. And the Fangs come rolling back to tie the game with a minute 23 left. Fireheel has been all over the field this first game. Minute 23 left. Tie game in game one. Very important standings match for both of these teams. They both need this equally. Hi tries to clear. Fire can't seem to pop it. Here's Green. Hits it to the right wall. Green's going to try a double. Not able to do so. Nate has an open net. He pops it to the net, and Fire can't get the touch. And with exactly a minute left, the Abyss take the lead. Nate just took advantage of the open space, and Fire just couldn't recover in time. We have a 1-goal lead for the Abyss. Can the Fangs respond? They were down 2 and tied the game, but now they gotta find one more to force an overtime. Fire tries to pinch it, not able to do so. Nate pass mid. Good pass by Nate, but just Hi couldn't read what Nate was trying to do. Nate trying to pinch. Fireheel gets an open net shot, a demo and an open net, and the power of friendship gives the Fangs a tie game. They both wanted this goal equally. I think they both got a touch. Yeah, that's technically a pinch for the Fangs. Both Green and Fire connected with that ball. And we have a tie game. 36 seconds left. Nate wins kickoff. Here's Green. Off the left wall. Gonna try to play it slow. 30 seconds left. Tries to pinch it, not able to get it. Green tries to pass to Fire. A turnover by the Fangs. Nate tries to get a shot. Green has no boost. Just places it to the corner. Hi. Can't pass it mid. Green. Slow roller goes right to Nate. Nate gets past one. An open net at the moment, but Hi can't get there in time. Green whiffs an open ball. And the Abyss, with 4 seconds on the clock, take the lead. Green had so much time and he just missed the ball. That's a rare mistake by Greenspeed. 4 seconds left. Hi. Just trying to run some clock. Fire tries to keep it up. And that is the first game of the series. And it goes to the Abyss in a shocking fashion. The Fangs fought back every time. But just that one mistake from Greenspeed was the difference. Looks like we're getting a car change after that first game. So we'll give Greenspeed some time to do so. Just a shocking start where it looked like the Abyss were going to dominate. The Fangs came back, and then it was back and forth until there was 4 seconds left. And then Greenspeed had an open chance to just get possession and just miss the ball. Just a rare mistake. Let's see if the Fangs can bounce back after that. Here we go. Game 2. The Abyss are up 1 in the series. Can they hold this lead? Here's Green. Pops it up. Trying to get revenge early. Green gets around 1. Tries to pinch it. Pass mid to Fire. And Fire places it top left corner. 9-second goal for the Fangs. That's a way to bounce back. Unbelievable pass by Green. He just beats both. And then Fire, showing off his placement skills, just puts it top left. 4:51 in game 2. Nate wins kickoff. Green will try to play it slow. High pass mid. And a quick response from the Abyss. Nate with the tap and goal with 4:44 left. Green tried to 50, but Fire doubled as well. High gets a perfect pass out to Nate. Easy goal for the Abyss. 4:44. Kickoff's won cleanly by the Abyss. Fire plays it off the corner. Fire, the clean 50. Green takes it up the wall, gets past High. Green's going to go for the double if he even needs to, and he places it off the post and in, and the Fangs take a lead with 4:31 left. I don't know if that was his intention, but I mean it works. 2v2s, a lot of goals are going to happen. Kickoff won by the Abyss. Let's see if they can respond quickly once again. Fire. Place it off the right wall. High. Moves it down to the Fang zone. Nate. Pass mid. Off the backboard. Green follows. Gets it clear. High. Has some time. Tries to pop it. Green's ready. Green reads it perfectly. The pass mid. Nate is credited with the save. Green is up. High challenges. Great challenge from High to get up there against Greenspeed. Fire. Gonna try to pass it mid. Can't get a clean touch. High has some space. Green. Doesn't get the pop he's looking for. He's just gonna try to ground pinch it. Gets it to that corner. Nate. Can't get a clean pass. Fire with the shot. High gets the save. Green tries to pinch it. Goes right to High. High with some space. Numbers for the Abyss. The pass mid. Nate can't read it. Green pinches it right to Fire. Fire back to Green. A passing play from the Fangs. Can they execute? High with the block. Nate booms a shot. No one's back for the Fangs. And the Abyss, with some great transition offense, ties the game with 3:17 left. An unfortunate pinch for the Fangs leads to an open net for Nate, and he doesn't miss those. Back and forth we go in game 2. 3:17 left. The Abyss currently up 1-0 in the series. Both teams sitting at 3-3. The winner of the series earns the 2 seed, while the loser goes to the 5 seed and is currently out of playoffs at the moment. High tries to pass in mid to himself. Fire gets the 50. Here come the Fangs. Fire can't get the touch. Open space for the Abyss. Can Nate take advantage? Green recovers perfectly to get back to that. Green with an amazing shot. High with the save. How did he get there? Fire goes off the right wall. High clears it. Unbelievable play by High to keep this a tie game. Fire takes his time. High tries to pass mid. That goes right to Green. Nate passes to himself. Nate with the shot blocked by Fire. Rebound High. Places it bottom right corner. And the Abyss take a 1-goal lead with 2:22 left. Fire did all he could, and High just sneaks to the back right corner and places it in time. The Abyss win this. They take a 2-0 lead. and the Fangs would need a reverse sweep to take this series. Fire tries to pass mid. High clears. Here's Green, taking his time. Tries to pop it. Doesn't get a clean pop. Green still trying to find his footing early in the series. Green pass mid to Fire. Fire pops it straight up. Green's going to try to follow. Doesn't really have boost. Able to grab mid left. Tries to pass mid. Nate's there. Nate beats Fire. Nate has one to beat. Can't get past Green. Some solid defense from Greenspeed. High. Off the corner. Weird bounce for High. And Green is able to clear it cleanly. Nate with a boom. That could be on net. That goes off the backboard. Green hits it right to High. Off the back wall. Green. Perfect clear. And Green's going to try to follow. Nate gets the 50. Fire with the shot. Saved by High. His third save of the game. Remarkable defensive showing from High. Another clear. And the Abyss have numbers. High. Going to try to pass mid. Flicks it around. Can't get past Green, who reads it nicely. Off the left wall. Green taking his time. Tries to flick. And High once again. He's been all over the defensive zone. Green tries to pass mid with a minute left. In game 2. Abyss up 1. The Fangs once again need a comeback. Green 50s High. Fires up. Passes it to the right wall. No one's there. Nate. Open net for Nate. And an own goal from Fireheel. That is so unfortunate for the Fangs. And the Abyss take a 2-goal lead with 39 seconds left. Fire just tried to pinch it off the back wall to put it in the back right corner and just couldn't because Nate got there right on time. And that's technically an own goal for Fireheel. The Fangs need a lot, and that's exactly the kickoff they needed to make this a 1-goal game. Perfect kickoff by Fire, and a crazy redirect by Greenspeed off the sidewall. Unbelievable play. And just like that, they're back in this game. They need another one of those to tie this game and force an OT. Green tries to follow. Fires up to Greenspeed. Pops it straight up. Nate tries to clear. Awkward touch. Green pass mid. Fire just not there. Green tries to follow. Nate clears. Nate is currently boost starved. Time to take advantage if you're the Fangs. Saved by Green. A little bit of a double commit. But Green gets around one. Open net. Greenspeed ties the game with 6 seconds left. Absolutely clutch from Greenspeed. Just beats one, and High can't get back in time. And we have a tie game. And this looks like it's going to OT. Unless there's some more magic to happen with 0 seconds left. Green tries to get a shot. Open net. Fireheel with an unbelievable kickoff goal to take the lead with 1 second left. I said unless something unbelievable happens, and something unbelievable happened. Fireheel takes the lead with 1 second left. Can the Abyss keep it up? They cannot. And the Fangs, in an unbelievable fashion, steal game 2. And we have a 1-1 series. What fight from the Fangs to stay in that game. It looked like it was over. 30 seconds left. To come back from that deficit in that important of a game takes unbelievable guts. Shout out to Green and Fire. How will the Abyss respond in Game 3 after a tragic loss? (1-1) in the series. Now it's a best of 3. Who can take 2 games? High. Pops it up. Fire with the catch. Fire with the flick. Going top left. Nate with an unbelievable save. Green trying to get around one. Does so, but Nate can clear it. Tries to pass it right to Hi, but Fire reads it perfectly. Hi takes it to the corner. Abyss have some time to recover. Green gets a 50 that goes right to Nate, who booms it to the back corner. Fires back. Tries to get a touch. Nate pass mid. Hi's up. The shot saved by Greenspeed. Nate trying to keep the pressure on. Fake. I don't know what to call that. If that's a fake or just a ghost touch. And the shot from Fire goes way over the bar. And now the Abyss have a chance to respond. Green recovers to make sure that doesn't happen. Green has a 1v1 against Hi. Hi keeps his strong defensive performance going. Fire pops up. Green with the shot and the demo from Fire to seal it. And the Fangs take a 1-0 lead. Great pass by Fire, and then he just chases Hi to make sure that there's no save made. And Greenspeed taps it in. The Fangs have all the momentum at the moment, especially after that Game 2 comeback. The Abyss need to fight and take it back. Nate can't get around Fire. Fire has some space. Gonna try to pass it mid to Green. Hi gets it clear. Hi gets around 2. Hi gonna try to follow. Green with a great pinch from out of nowhere. Nate can't get the read once again. Green can as well. Hi and Fire 50. That goes right to Nate. Nate pops it up. Nate versus Greenspeed. Greenspeed with an unbelievable read to make a great save. 3:15 left in Game 3. Series tied at 1. Green credited with the save. He's going to try to follow. Nate's going to try to read. Able to get a touch. Smart play by Nate. Fire. 50's Hi. Green with a semi-open net. Nate, with no boost, is able to get all the way up and save that going top left. Pass mid from Green, and Fire makes it a 2-0 game. The pressure from the Fangs is just becoming too much for the Abyss to handle. A perfect pass by Green, and Abyss are on the ropes. 2:50 left. They gotta find some offensive momentum. Nate wins kickoff. That goes straight to the corner. Green gets a touch. Hi. Forces Green to flick early. Nate able to beat Hi. Nate's up with 16 boosts to work with. Just passes in mid. He's going to try to 50 Green. Green wins it. Fires up. Beats Hi, but Hi gets the demo. Pass mid. Nate not able to go for it. Hi gets demoed by Green. Fire with the catch. Going to try to follow. Gets a 50 on Nate and wins it. Here's Green. Try to pass mid. Pinches straight down, and Nate reads it nicely. Able to get one touch, but that's it. Green gets the demo on Nate. Hi. Great 50. Try to play it to the corner. The demos continue from the Fangs. Unbelievable amount of demos so far from the Fangs in this third game. Green just didn't have the boost to tap in the open net. That could have opened the game up right up if he was able to get that. Hi. Gonna play it slow. Doesn't really have boost. He's able to get the 100. A demo by Nate. Nate tries to get the other. Hi had an open net and just missed it wide right. Nate gets a 50. Hi's up. Tries to pass it down to Nate. Double commit from the Fangs, but Green is able to clear. Here's Green. Gets 50. That goes right to Fire. Fire pops it off the backboard. Green tries to get a double. Can't read it. Fire can't read it either. Open net for the Abyss. Hi takes advantage, and we have a 1-goal game with 1:06 left. Just a couple misses from the Fangs, and Hi takes full advantage of it. Exactly what they needed to get back in this series. Now can they get one more with 1:06 left? Abyss win kickoff. Fire off the left wall. Nate reads it. Gets around. Nate with an open net. And just like that, we have a tie game. Nate reads the touch from Fire perfectly. And then what a move by Nate just perfectly touches it around Fire, and then Green just doesn't have boost after the kickoff. Wide open net. And the Abyss respond with their own comeback to tie this game. They're trying to steal game 3. High. Off the left wall. Fire with the shot. Nate's there for the save. That's his 3rd save. Green tries to pass mid. Green with the shot, and the Fangs respond almost immediately with 41 seconds left. Green, a perfect bounce off that back wall at high with no boost, just can't read. And Green Speed takes the lead once again. 41 seconds in game 3, series tied at 1. Fire wins kickoff. He's gonna try to follow. Fire tries to pass mid. High's there to clear. Green was just sitting and waiting. Green's up to try to pass mid. Doesn't get a clean touch. Fire whiffs. Open net again for the Abyss. They have numbers. High versus Green Speed. Big matchup, and Green Speed with a big save. Nate tries to pass mid. High's there. Green with a great clear once again. Trying to shut this game down. 10 seconds left. Nate gets the save. Green with the shot. High booms it. 5 seconds left. Can Fire read this? Is this going in? Off the left post. High off the back wall. Nate's up. Can't get the shot. And the Fangs are going to take game 3.
Going to need a tune-up after that.
Wow. Green Speed just said no with 30 seconds left. Just full defensive mode. 4 saves in that game from Green. And the Fangs win 2 straight. And force game point, or match point, on the Abyss. These games have been unbelievably close. And it's looked like almost every game that the game was over with like a minute left, and then both times, every time, the other team has just come back. Here's Green. Gets a shot early. High continues his defensive performance with another save. Fire. 50's Nate. Nate wins it. Here's Green. Going to the right wall. Nate's up. Hits it to the left wall. Fire. Booms it downfield. High. Gets the clear. Nate's going to follow. Nate to the right corner of the Fangs. Nate. Pass mid. Blocked by Fireheel. Green. Doesn't really have a lot of boost to work with. High off the back wall. Fire. Pass to Green. Nate places it to the corner. A little bit of a slow start this game 4. Flick by Nate. Fire. Pinch by Nate. Green credit with the save. Nate passes mid. Green recovers again. How did he get there on time? Fire. Off the wall. Good touch by Fire. Here's Green. Tries to flick it back to him. Just doesn't get a clean touch. Green still gets around 2. Are you kidding me? The Fangs take a 1-0 lead off of some wizardry from Green Speed. Touches it to himself and gets around both, and still able to recover to cut and tap it into the open net. And the Abyss respond immediately. Kickoff goal by Nate with 3:49 left. I just can't get over that Green Speed shot. I don't know how he was able to flick and recover and do that cut that quick. It just doesn't make sense to me. Tie game with 3:48 left. Nate gets a catch. Tries to pass mid. That goes right off Green. Fire. Able to clear. Green with an open net and taps it in, and the Fangs once again take the lead back. Back and forth we go once again in game 4. Kickoff won by the Abyss. Green takes the corner, beats 1. Green pops it up, gonna try to stay on it. Fire waiting mid. Green, backflip, what a pass! And Nate gets the save momentarily, but Fire just can't tap it in. That's an unbelievable save by Nate. Fire pops it down mid. Can't get around. High. That goes straight down. Awkward play for Green. Is able to make it. Fire just waiting for a 50. Tries to flick Nate. Able to do so. What a play by Fireheel to make this a 2-goal game. 3:06 left. Fire showing off his dribbling ability. Gets around Nate. And just has enough speed to get it past him and into the net. Fangs up 2. In game 4. The Fangs win this. They become the 2 seed. And the Abyss will once again fall out of the playoff picture. Saved by Nate. Green tries to pass mid. High off the back corner. High gonna try to follow. Pinched mid. Nate pops it. Trying to go right to High can't read it. Green gonna take his time. Green gets around High. Just has Nate to beat. The pinch goes right to Nate. Nate's up. Gets around Fire, the open net. And Nate makes this a 1-goal game with 2 minutes 30 left. Perfect pop by Nate, and then just all he has to do is touch it over Fireheel. And then to an open net. The Abyss trying to once again come back. It looks like they had this series won after the first game. Just full dominance. And then into the second game, it looked the same way. And then the Fangs' last second comeback got us to 2 straight Fangs wins. And now they're on the ropes as High makes it a tie game with 2:21 left. This series is all about momentum and which team has it. I think it's pretty even right now. I don't think either team has the momentum. Here's Nate. Pops it to the left wall. Green backflips. Green's going to try to follow, but High. He's going to try to control it. Tries to pass mid to Nate. Fires there instead. Off the backboard. Rebound Fire. Doesn't get a clean shot. High gets the save. Rebound Green goes wide right. High going to follow. Tries to pinch it. Doesn't get a clean pinch, so Fire tries to go, but misses. Numbers for the Abyss. Green speed. Demos High as he tries to pass it mid. Fire catches it. Tries to play to Green. Nate cuts it off. Nate gets demoed by Green in the air. Something to notice about these last 2 games, the Fangs have had way more demos than the Abyss. It's not even close between the 2 teams. And Green Speed takes the lead for the Fangs with 1:21 left. Just a weird pinch from both Abyss players leads to Green just driving down the field and is like, here's the ball, let me tap it in. Wide open net, 1-goal game for the Fangs. Fangs win kickoff. Fire. Gets it around. Open net. High recovers. Off the backboard. High with the shot off the crossbar. Perfect play from High and he just couldn't finish. Green has some space. Nate tries to beat him. Gets around it, but High once again keeping this game alive. High tries to pass mid. Green speed backflips. Fires up. Places to the corner. 48 seconds left. The Abyss need a miracle. I feel like I've said that every game, and the team that's needed a miracle has gotten one. Can the Abyss get one more? Off the backboard. High tries to redirect. Can't get it. Green speed takes his time. High pass back to Nate. Nate wins the 50 around Green. Can't get past Fire. Huge defensive play by Fireheel. 30 seconds left. Green is up. Plays it off the left wall. Tries to double. Can't. Nate off the left wall. Cleared by Fire. Green gets around High. Trying to run some clock. 10 seconds left. Nate pops it up. Green with the pass. Trying to get one more for the Fangs. Fire with the double. 0 seconds on the clock. And the Fangs take the series in 4. The Abyss took game 1. And then the Fangs win 3 straight to take the series. and jump to the 2 seed as the Abyss fall out of the playoff picture. What a series. That's a way to start week 7. Alright, so tomorrow we will be having 2 games. The Tide will be taking on the Surge, and the Waves will be taking on the Tempest. So stay tuned for those, because if they're anything like this game, this is going to be a fun week. Thank you all for watching. We will see you tomorrow for those 2 games. Good night.